Well, welcome, everybody, to the Breakfast of Champions call. This is your host and speaker today, James Zhang. It's an absolute honor to have you on here today. And today we wanted to do a special initiation of something that is going to transform a lot of families, a lot of lives. And today I want to speak to you about what it takes to be in the top 1% in your network marketing business. Truly, what that means for you and how to actually get there. And I hope that that sounds exciting and ready for you. In fact, if you're in some team chats, or maybe shoot this to your mentor, your coach, if you truly, when you hear I want to be in the 1%, if that aligns with you, put a 1% in any of those comments, shoot that out to your coaches, mentors, raise your hand, because decision is where it first starts. So, for those of you that don't know me, I want to share with you why this is so important. I've been involved in network marketing for 15 years. I was part time the first 2.5 years. I started not knowing my butt from my elbow. I don't know if anyone else was awkward in your business. I made all the mistakes. I was so shy, I couldn't even order food at a restaurant, type of shy. And I realized that there was a system of success. I realized that network marketing was a place that was an equal playing field, that if you just followed the right steps over the course of time, then you too could actually succeed. And I remember there was a life changing moment that happened. I was building my business for 2.5 years while I was going to UC Berkeley. I was studying to be a doctor. And I thought that that was what I wanted until I had a real life experience. Question: who here has ever had an opportunity, an experience in their life that changed the way you looked at things for forever? And what happened for me is I got my first real job. Remember your first real job? What was that for you? For me, it was working at Target. I was a store manager, and I had my 9 to 5, and I was gonna be able to build up to a 6 figure income, which sounded really nice. And then I realized that that was not the life that I wanted. I remember going to work, and I remember how everyone just seemed like they weren't living life. It was like when they clocked in, their minds clocked out. They couldn't wait until just the weekend happened. That's all they could talk about. I remember people just felt purposelessness. And it was like they were just running through the motions. And I remember thinking to myself, and I had a glimpse of my future, and I said, man, I can't imagine myself doing this for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years. I need something else. And that was a day when the decision happened and life changed. And I said, I need freedom in my life. If you're doing this for freedom, type that in whatever chat that you're in. Freedom is what I was looking for. And I realized that we had a vehicle. I had a vehicle that each and every single one of you have as well too. This network marketing business. I was playing around with it. I was having fun with it, but I needed to take it serious. And remember, I made the decision. I said, I am getting the heck out of here. And in 90 days, while I was working full time, I was able to, in that 90 days, by the end of it, be able to earn my first check with a comma in it in my weekly paycheck. I was able to get to the top 1% in the company. And since that day, I have never, ever turned around. I have not had a job. I have not had a W income now for 13 years. And I'll tell you this, if I can do it, so can you. And why am I bringing this all up? Because it's been an obsession of mine. In my mind today, I've turned on a ticker of, in the next 90 days, we want to help 100 families be able to earn full time incomes in part time hours, all through your phone. And within Partner Co, get to the title of officer and above. That's where you make that weekly paycheck of $1,000. And I'll tell you this, in 13 years of building with the same compensation plan, we've probably helped, I mean, I'm just going to guess, probably 1,000+ people get to officer and above. And I will promise you this, it's not because they were born a certain way. It's not because they had a certain level of experience or lack of experience. It's not because they were popular on social media or not. It was none of that. It was all based on a series of principles that if you two decide to apply, you too can succeed as well too. But what would 90 days look like from now? I want you to think about this. If you had an extra $1,000 a week coming into your household right now, on top of everything else that you had going on, how would that change you and your family's life? Would that be you being able to retire out of your job? Would that be being you be able to retire your spouse out of their job? Would that be that's a new house payment? That's paying down a lot of debt. That is freedom. So that's what we want to do today. And I'm going to share with you exactly the game plan that we have to do that if you want to ascribe to that. Okay. So let me share with you 3 points today. And this Breakfast of Champions call is going to be a very big part to that. You ready for this? Put I'm ready in the chats, wherever that you're talking to make sure that you're ready. Okay. Number one is this. If you want to be in the top 1%, it takes a burning desire. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, great book on personal success. And he said that at the starting point of all achievement is a burning desire. A burning desire is an obsession. A burning desire is you're in it to win it, and failure is not an option. It's not an interest, it's a want, it's a need. Do you need to succeed? Do you have to succeed? I remember when I got into that job and I realized I had to succeed or else I saw the pain of the struggle the rest of my life. Why do you have to succeed in this? Who's depending on you to win in your business? Is it your children? Your spouse? Is it yourself? Have you made the decision that this business must do something significant for you? And all of us can build up burning desire, by the way. These calls will help you to build up a burning desire. If you get around other people that are fired up, it's going to get you to burn up as well too. But you must have your own want. You must have your own decision. No one can make the decision for you to have it be a burning desire. Here's some questions that I give to you to make a burning desire. I want you to think about what you really want in your life, not in your business, your life. If time and money were not an issue and you knew you couldn't fail, what would success look like? And what are some of those words that come up? Is it freedom, flexibility, security, impact? What is it? Multi-generational wealth, legacy? What are the things that you truly, truly want? When I think about that now, when I ask myself that question now, I think we just had our child, miracle baby Jaden, praise God. And it's been amazing. And the more time I spend with him, I'm like, I want to be able to continue to make sure I can spend quality time with him and our future children. My wife wants 4 children, by the way. Becky wants 4 children. So I'm like, man, that's going to take a lot of money. That's going to take a lot of time. I never want money to ever be an issue on why I cannot be present or love my family better. I don't know about you. Why do you have to succeed in your business? You have to decide that yourself. And if you have that, then check box number 1 is a burning desire. Now, I think this too. If I want that lifestyle, then you have to think, well, why Partner Co? Why your network marketing business? I don't know of any better financial vehicle than network marketing to be able to relatively quickly transform your financial life and your time life as well too. I remember asking myself this question when I wanted freedom. I'm like, what can I do? I can go get another job. I know. By the way, if you plug into these calls, you will learn the skill set that if you can apply it, you can make a 6-figure income in other places. But I don't want to because I value freedom. You can go start up another business. But how about you? I don't want to drop 50, 100, 500 grand, whatever that it is, to go start up another business. I love network marketing because for practically nothing, for eating your own investment, you get a business that can actually bring you around the world and build freedom for you. I like flexibility. I love that network marketing. We partner with Partner Co. We partner with a company that does the distribution, manufacturing, shipping, legal, and all that. Do you want to build a website? I don't. Do you want to deal with being sued? I don't. Do you want to deal with manufacturing and labeling? I don't. You know what we get to do in network marketing? The fun stuff. We get to market. We get to promote. We get to transform lives and impact others. So I've decided that network marketing is my primary financial vehicle. It's not to say you can't have other income streams. I think it's wise that if you have a job, appreciate that. If you have other businesses, appreciate that. But what do you want to actually have? I believe the network marketing lifestyle is the best that you can have. We have fun, we work hard, we play hard, but it's able to develop not just passive or recurring income. Get this, this is a business that can build you exponential recurring income, because it's not just based on your own efforts. Here's the secret. It's built on the leveraging efforts of everybody. If you can do what John Paul Getty, billionaire, said, is this: I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own. That's how you actually start to develop wealth and freedom in your life. So, do you have a burning desire on making this business specifically work for you? If that's the case, let someone know that. Burning desire. You got to burn the boats. I'm going straight to the top. I'm going to the 1%, no matter who says what, no matter what obstacles happen, no matter how much I need to learn, what I need to do. Failure is not an option. Number two, if you have the burning desire, number two is you then need to have a system of success. Success is a system as much as failure is a system. It's just that success pays more. So, what are the systems of success? You can't just haphazardly build something that's going to be a legacy build. If you take a look at any man made structure, think about a skyscraper, think about the Great Pyramids of Giza, think about the Dubai biggest tower in the world. Anything that is built big was not built by happenstance, right? Even in the Bible, Jesus said, count the cost, count the cost. So in your business, if your livelihood, if your future is depending upon what you're building and how you're building it, then what is your system? You see, what I love about network marketing, what I love about Partner Co, is there are already systems in existence. Don't reinvent the wheel. Trust me, the wheel works. Can you imagine you went to the wheel on your car and you're like, you know what, that circle thing don't work. I'm going to go make it a triangle. It sounds silly, doesn't it? Obviously, that's not going to work. But you know how many times I've done this, that I judge the systems that have already worked because I think I'm smarter. I think I'm better. I honestly, this is, if you're judging a system, this is honestly why you're judging a system. You are saying to yourself that this system won't work for you, and it's actually an avoidance factor. You know, it's easy to go create stuff. It's easy to go think about theories. It's easy to think about other ways. I'm a human being with emotions, and straight up, I'm naturally lazy. I'm just going to admit to you, I want the path of least resistance. I want the easier way out. You know why I'm tempted to go reinvent the wheel? Because I don't want to do the work that was given to me. That's it. So because I don't want to do the work that was given to me, the proven path that others have already followed, I'm going to go reinvent something to pretend like I'm doing productive activity, but it's actually distraction. I'm just being real today. Are you guys okay with that? Put I'm okay in the chat below if that's the case. So go find a proven system. We have proven systems. We talk about in this organization doing a simple 1, 2, 3 thing every single day. Number one, plug into this Breakfast of Champions call and grow it. Are you growing it, right? Some of us are plugging in. Awesome. Are you growing it? Are you intentionally bringing people onto this? Because success in your business is based on the best trained team. You want to bring your people onto this. All right. So number one is doing that. Number two, very easy work, simple work. Make 2 posts a day on social media. In the AM, post something that is personal. Post about your lifestyle. Build your own brand. Become someone that people like, know, and trust. Talk about your family. Talk about your kids. Talk about your faith. Talk about your fitness. Whatever it is you like to do. Some of you love cooking. I was hanging out with Kelly Smith. She's one of our senior officers, top 1%. We're hanging out in Puerto Rico. We had a mastermind over there. She qualified to go. And I'm following her Facebook, and she's a social selling pro. She's a documented 7-figure earner. You know what I saw her post? She loves posting recipes about yummy food. And I was looking at that, and I'm salivating. I'm thinking about the cheesecake that she posted. Oh my gosh. And that got me. I'm like, smart. She's posting about things that she loves. So number one, in the AM, post something about your personal. Number two, in the afternoon, evening, post something about your business, about the drops, the testimonial. We have these in our boards. We have these in our systems. People won't buy from you if they don't know what you have. Gone are the days of secrecy. You don't want people to just imagine and try to guess what you're doing. We need to tell people how we can help them. And that's how we market. That's how we promote. Just do the simple things and make sure, too. Here's another missing piece, that it's not just about posting and praying, it's about intentionally connecting and building relationships. Before, as you post, do what's called an engagement sandwich. Connect with 10 people on your Facebook feed, connect with 10 people's stories. Make your post, connect with 10 on the feed and stories afterwards as well, too. All business is conversation. Number two is that Number three, aim to enroll at least 3 people a week. 2 customers, 1 activator partner. If you do this and you duplicate this, we've already put together a blueprint that people can do very, very well. This last year alone, we've had multiple people get to the 6-figure plus position, and we're just barely getting started. So, number two, do you have a system of success? Are you following it to a T? And are you trying to do better with it every single day? All right. Burning desire, system of success. You ready for the last one? If you want to be in the top 1%, if you want the next 90 days to transform you and your family's life, here it is. This is huge. Paradigm shift. That's a weird word. Paradigm shift. Have you ever been in a place that you worked hard for a little bit and then you hit a brick wall and you seem to go back? Have you ever been your own worst enemy before? I think a good place to look at this is your weight. Now, we have amazing drops that help to balance the hormones and it releases weight and all that. But have you ever tried to go on a diet before and lose weight and you lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds? Life somehow happens. And then you go all the way back. And it's like you're stuck at the set point. Have you noticed that? You see, all of us are subconsciously programmed to have a certain outcome in our life. We get in life not what we want. Get this. We get in life who we are. Successful people realize that if they want to change the results in their life, of course, change the activity. But it starts not with the activity, it starts with your identity. It starts with your core beliefs. It starts with this question. You see, many of us here, if I say and I ask you point blank, do you want to be in the top 1%? Do you want to be an officer and above? Do you want to make over 1,000 a week? Do you want a full-time income with part-time hours? You're going to say, of course. Of course I do. But why don't we? It's because if we're to be honest with ourselves, when we're by ourselves in the dark, and we ask ourselves, do I believe that I'm in the 1%? Do I believe I can get there? We doubt. We don't know. We're like, maybe. I hope. I'm going to try. I want it. That is the key. Successful people change their paradigm. When they make a decision, their subconscious beliefs, all of a sudden they become the next level and they say everything else, the old is gone, the new is here. How do you change your paradigm? How do you reprogram your subconscious? How do you become this new identity? Yes, number one, burning desire, there's a decision. I have decided, it is done, that we're going to help 100 families create full-time incomes with part-time hours and get to the top 1%. It is done. I had to work into that. But how do you become the top 1%? Here's the quickest way to be able to shift your paradigm. Hang around others that already have that paradigm. Have you noticed that you become like the average of the people around you? When I was getting involved in my business, I was a frat president eventually. I love my frat bros a lot. But I noticed that when I hung out a lot with them, I thought a certain way, I acted a certain way. I drank more, I smoked more, I cussed more. And I decided for myself that's not the result I wanted in my life. So I started hanging out with my mentors more. You know what started happening? I started to think more positive. I started to become more bold. I started to earn more as well too. So I learned quickly that the fastest way to reprogram your subconscious mind is to elevate and to expand your associations so that you're around those that you want to be like. Here is a saying my mentor shared with me. Jot this down. If you do what they do, the way that they do it, you make what they make. if you do what they do, so we have to take action. If you want to be the top 1%, are you taking the actions they're doing every single day? That's the 1, 2, 3 system, and duplicating that into your team. Are you doing it the way that they do it too, though? That's key. The way. It's not when people take action, they're not posting and hoping that it works. They're posting and knowing. They know beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I keep on doing this, the result will happen. Will happen. The imagination's powerful. You know, the results we have in our life are first created and designed in our mental faculties, in our mind. God's given each and every single one of us an incredible imagination. Are we using it to the full capacity? Are you imagining the success and the feelings of what that's going to be like? Or are you imagining the failure and the conversations you're going to have when you have the failure? Hey, you can decide. I challenge you today, just stop it. If you are imagining failure, well, I tried this before, it didn't work. Well, what makes me think I could do it? My family, man, it's not going to work. Like, get that stinking thinking out of the mind. And we have to condition ourselves so only imagine the desired outcome. I hope that clicks. So you get around other people, you do what they do, the way that they do it, and you will make what they make. You will. So what's the best way? You know what I love about network marketing? You know what I love about this organization? You know what I love about this call? This Breakfast of Champions call, we are bringing you the only people that are speaking are those that have already got to the top 1% in Partner Co. Are only those that are officer and above. Are only those that have been vetted. They're documented. They are successful. They are consistent. They are growing. They're expanding. So the best thing to do is tune into this and have it be your mental braces. And it might not happen the first day, it might not happen the 5th day, it might not happen the 30th day, but imagine in 90 days, there will come a day when this shift happens. And you don't get scared of being in the top 1%. You walk out and it's not about you know. It's like if I asked you, are you a guy or a girl? You will give me an instant response. There will come a day when I ask you, are you a top 1% earner or are you not? You will automatically say, I'm a top 1% earner. You might not be earning it yet, but in your mind, you are. You have shifted your paradigm. That takes repetition. That takes intention. But if you work on yourself harder than you do on your job, as Jim Rohn said, if you plug into these calls every single day, live or replay, I will promise you that it'll shift. And when that shifts, and then you apply the system of success, you will see how your results are going to start to explode. And you're going to look back like, I can see exactly when it all happened. Guys, everything can change for you in a moment. It starts with that decision. Bringing it back to the beginning, I remember that decision I made when I went to my first job. So it was great speaking with you guys. I hope you. Dramatic pause. So, are you making that decision today? Are you saying this is the day that my life changes around? I'm not going to wait for a better year. I'm not going to wait for a better time. My family can't wait. My goals can't wait. My dreams can't wait. My future can't wait. Today is the day that I have decided for myself that everything's going to change. If you make that decision today and you continue to plug in, do the system of success, plug into these calls and bring your people with you, give it this next quarter. You're going to have the most transformational experience ever. And you're going to look back and you're going to be like, man, I don't even know if I recognize myself again. So here's the action steps. Every day, plug into these. Every day, are you bringing people onto this? Take what you're learning every day and then take an action after this as well too. And I will promise you this, life can change for you. And I can't wait to share your story on this. So how does this call work? Monday through Thursday, we're going to have amazing trainings from people in the top 1%. Friday, we're going to have a special recognition call. I'm so excited for Fridays. We want to highlight your success. We want to highlight those that are succeeding, that are brand new, rising leaders, and those that got to the top 1%. We want to celebrate as many of you as possible. We're going to be looking for you. The leadership is looking for you and your story. Will you be that story that we're going to share? So keep on plugging into all of these and just watch as this whole next chapter happens. Other than that, let's crush it. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see you on the next calls. Other than that,